7 Little Johnstons family member in devastating accident, what happened? And Liz Johnston's baby, a little person. And Liz confirms her split from boyfriend Brice Bolden, no longer living together. I will explain everything. Never miss this video. Hello viewers, I am Jacob. Welcome to our new video. Before going to the main topic, I would like to say, like this video, and please subscribe to the channel. 7 Little Johnstons family member in devastating accident. What happened? According to the most recent information circulating, a family member of the Little Johnstons was involved in a tragic accident not too long ago. What is known about this unfortunate family circumstance? And is the family member doing okay? Fans of 7 Little Johnstons are aware that season 14 of the TLC series recently concluded. This season's primary attraction was undoubtedly Liz Johnston's pregnancy narrative. Although the show's pregnancies kept viewers interested, after a while it was criticized by viewers for becoming dull. Viewers can only stay up to know on the family's comings and goings through the updates they post on social media, as 7 Little Johnstons is temporarily on hiatus. Regretfully though, the primary 7 Little Johnstons account recently had some heartbreaking information to disclose. Some heartbreaking news was recently delivered with the large following of the 7 Little Johnstons social media account. As it happens, a nephew was involved in an accident on July 19. This family member was involved in a fender bender and was struck by an SUV while investigating the initial accident's damage. The primary Instagram account for 7 Little Johnstons stated, "He suffered from a brain bleed, orbital fracture, trimalleolar ankle fracture, ruptured liver and spleen, cervical fracture, and 14 fractured ribs. He's alive, miraculously. His brain was not damaged. It is thought that his chest structure, which results from his dwarfism, saved his life." Despite surviving the most severe part of this unfortunate incident, the family report also mentioned that he is still not quite out of the woods. More information about his current state of recuperation was provided by the 7 Little Johnstons account, which stated, "We are thankful that he is still alive and that the path is still lengthy and windy. He declares, he's over the hill, but he ain't through the woods yet for his 40th birthday this week. Despite how terrible these wounds are and how difficult it seems the healing process will be, the good news is that Trent Johnston, Amber Johnston, and the rest of the TLC family did not lose a member of their family. Being struck by an SUV is no joke, particularly considering that their nephew was not in his car at the time of the tragedy, but rather was out and about. Happily, he is still alive and undergoing treatment, for which everyone is incredibly thankful. Liz Johnston's baby, a little person. Liz Johnston and Brice Bolden found out if their daughter would be small in the May 28 episode of 7 Little Johnstons. Leighton Drew, Liz Johnston's first kid with partner Brice Bolden, was born in November 2023. Johnston is a star of 7 Little Johnstons. The TLC star's surprise pregnancy has dominated the current season of the family's reality show. As the young couple adjusts to being parents and tells her parents, who weren't excited to find out they would soon be grandparents, about the baby. Liz, who is 31 weeks pregnant, had an ultrasound on a recent episode of 7 Little Johnstons. She also received some exciting news regarding her child during the visit. Liz, a first-time mother, was more interested in learning if her kid will be small-framed or average in stature, much like her father. Liz stated, "This is a bigger deal finding out if she's little or tall than finding out that she's a boy or girl." In the May 28 episode of the program, "Just because most of my family is made up of people who are little and ordinary in height, you never know, so it's always thrilling." Liz and Brice were informed during the appointment that their unborn child would probably be of ordinary size. When Brice heard the news, he expressed his happiness that his daughter was doing well. "She might remain average while retaining some of your features," he said to Liz. "She seems to be doing well and in excellent health, so I'm just thrilled that everything looks good." Brice had earlier shown anxiety that Liz's mother, Amber Johnston, would like her first grandchild to be a small person, even if all he wanted was a healthy child. Amber stated it was not at all the case in an interview, but she acknowledged that it would be a significant adjustment to have an average-sized family member. Amber laughed and said, "I have to support our team. The little people have power. Let's be honest, I don't mind at all if someone is ordinary in size. I have never had a child of average size." The 5 children that Amber and her spouse, Trent Johnston, have are all young adults. They have certain practical concerns about having a grandchild of ordinary size. Trent remarked, "For us, it is a complete game changer. It is not appropriate for 2-year-olds to reach higher than us. We're going to have to do a lot more child-proofing if we find out its average size." Amber continued. Liz confirms her split from boyfriend Brice Bolden. No longer living together. Liz Johnston, star of her family's TLC series 7 Little Johnstons, acknowledged that she and boyfriend Brice Bolden had broken up in a preview for season 14, putting an end to months of fan speculation. Liz, 22, stated, "So Brice and I are no longer together," in a sneak peek video that Parade released on Monday, March 11. The nurse broke down in tears and wanted to go to another room for a moment to gather herself before coming back to talk about why they had broken up. "That means Brice and I aren't living together anymore. We have parted ways," she declared. "When we were in a relationship, it seemed more like roommates than living together. And I simply couldn't live that way because I don't want to be in a relationship where there isn't any love or just any kind of spark." Liz continued, explaining that she had grown up observing her parents, Trent and Amber Johnston, to make sure their romance was still going strong after over 25 years of marriage. Wishing that, but not able to accomplish it with someone who is content to be in a decent relationship, the single mother went on. "And I can't be in a mediocre and fine relationship because that's not who I am." Liz said she was experiencing a lot of emotions, but said she was primarily angry since things had changed when a producer questioned her about it. The 25-year-old Brice, she continued, was still genuinely a good guy. When someone begins to experience psychological effects from a relationship when they don't feel loved, and they've done everything to maintain the relationship and the spark, and they eventually become worn out and ultimately descend into depression, Liz said, "I can't live like that." Whether Liz and Brice, who had been dating since 2018, broke up before or after they had their first child is unknown at this time. The ex-couple declared in September 2023 that they were expecting their first child. On November 3, 2023, their daughter Layton was born. The trailer for the upcoming season shows how Liz's pregnancy and delivery will play out. Although it's unclear if Liz and Brice are back together or are just co-parenting, they have continued to spend time together after birthing their baby. In December 2023, Brice wished Liz a happy birthday, and they celebrated Layton's first Thanksgiving and Christmas with the Johnston family. "Happy birthday, my love. Mama, you are the finest." On his Instagram stories, he wrote, "I love you." No more today. What are you thinking about this gossip today? Let us know in the comments, and stay tuned by subscribing to our channel to get more updates like this. Thank you.